Good afternoon. Happy Mother's Day out there. We have got an afternoon matinee affair. It is the St. Albert Crude and the Saskatchewan SWAT. This is the last of the 3 stops in Alberta for the SWAT after they came up just short last night in Beaumont by a score of 12-8. Lots of fireworks in store for you folks this afternoon, so buckle up, gather on that computer, and let's get after it. Lining up for the draw right now. We got Fry and we got Hebig. Hebig, very effective in the draw last night for Saskatchewan. Getting positioned up now, ref waiting to drop the ball, and we will be off and running. And we're off. Hebig winning the draw back to Saskatchewan, battling for it now at center. St. Albert does come away with it, and they're going to rush in early. Shot, save. Saskatchewan picking up possession, going to reset, going behind the net, works it up to the blue line, sending it across center now. Saskatchewan getting personnel on. St. Albert wanting to set up the defensive. Working it around the right-hand side. Bobbles at the blue line, does bring it back in, however. Man all over him, sheds his check. That's Steen. Steen having a very good road trip out here in Alberta so far, putting up loads of points. And that's a crease violation, St. Albert ball. Anderson breaking it out now. St. Albert making changes. McBride hands it off, makes a change. Last of the 5 onto the offensive floor for St. Albert now. Working it around. Shot, save. Picked up by the Saskatchewan netminder. They're going to look to break out. Flips it up in front of the net. Hands it off along the right-hand wall, running up, just crossing center now. And as they make a change over, so Saskatchewan gets the starting 5 back on the floor for the offense. As I was saying, very entertaining that game last night in Beaumont. Saskatchewan just coming up short 12-8, however. But lots of fireworks in that game, lots of goals, a little bit of rough stuff, everything that makes for a Saturday night affair. And that's a goal! Saskatchewan opening to scoring first as it's number 8, Mason Luoma, who had himself another great game in Beaumont last night. Makes it 1-0 for Saskatchewan, 18:37 left to go in the first period here. It was a play in transition that kind of set that up to make that all run in motion, and that left Luoma wide open in front of the net to put that by the goalie, short side top shelf. Lining back up now for the draw, battling for it. Saskatchewan comes away with it, and they're going to break it. They're going to start breaking away, starting to make changes. Burns looking around. Burns hands it in low. And that's a big save, Horn. Saskatchewan does regain possession, however. Setting it up. Works up high to the point, down to the right-hand side. Coming across the point, back up high left. Shot, scores! It was a shot from the left-hand side, just inside the hash marks. And that makes it 2-0 Saskatchewan off of the top shelf short side shot by number 2 Saskatchewan. 18 minutes to go in the first period here. Shots 4-2 in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT. Line it back up once again. Ref making sure everybody's in position, trying to get everybody situated. And we're once again underway. Ball rolls down to the boards on the right-hand side. Saskatchewan's going to pick up the ball. Working it across. Burns looking, Burns getting worked over, but setting a pick. And that's Hackenstein. Steen's having himself an awesome road trip here throughout Alberta so far. Put up 8 points Friday night against the Warriors and a couple more last night against the Outlaws. Steen hands it off. Burns. Back to Burns setting a pick. Back up high to Steen. Steen rips it just wide of the net. Ball's going to retreat down the course. And that's going to fall out of bounds. And that right there is a St. Albert ball. They're going to get possession. See if they can get something cooking here with 17:30 left to go in the first period. St. Albert breaking out now. Sending it across the right-hand side. Shimmy shot. Ball goes high and wide off the glass. Saskatchewan picks it up, however. Spins off his defender. 1-2 men on him. Still manages to break through the zone. Francis waiting. Francis, shot, save. Horn had to be sharp on that one as that was labeled to the low hand side. St. Albert breaking out now, wanting to get the fresh 5 on. And the last man joins the floor. St. Albert's got their 5 on the floor, trying to make something happen here. Works in tight. And I believe that's a save by Gallagher. That's a save by Hall. Ball battling around on the floor now. Ball flipped over, just out of the reach of the St. Albert player, battling for it. Saskatchewan not giving St. Albert much here early as the ball's going to fall out of the zone, out of play. Down the ice, stops at the blue line. 15 seconds on the shot clock for St. Albert. Bringing it back up the floor now, number 19, Dylan Kerr. And the shot on the shorthand side is saved by the Saskatchewan netminder. They're going to break back out as that shot clock resets in their favor. 16-15 to go in the first period. 2-0 SWAT early on. Just Saskatchewan bringing it in. Their starting 5's getting back on the floor. They hand it off. They got all situated now. Gesturing around, trying to get the right person on the floor. Number 5 now. And off the bobble pass, almost beats Horn, but he's sharp. Ball stays out of the net. St. Albert's going to keep possession here. And the ball pops out of the stick momentarily. That causes the turnover. Saskatchewan's going to turn around and wait for the starting 5 to come on. Mayers hands it off now. Luoma, who opened the scoring for Saskatchewan, had the ball. Firing it around. This is Steen. Steen looking shot, works to the middle, shoots it and scores! Hawkins Steen shed 2 checks. And I believe that might have caught iron and bounced into the net. Either way, it's 3-0 SWAT early on. 15.5 to go in the first period here. St. Albert looking to answer now. Got to get the legs moving. They got to start working cuts here. Saskatchewan's defense very stingy last night and limiting that. Off the opening draw, Saskatchewan does pick up possession though. The man loses his footing, but they do regain possession and they're going to set back up. Waiting for the last of the offensive 5 to join the floor now. Working it around. Here comes the trailer. 5 on the floor for Saskatchewan. Works it down low to the right-hand side. Serving. Looking for the cross corner pass. Finds it. And the hard shot. And the ball is loose in the crease momentarily. Horn, however, does find it in his feet and negates it from falling into the net. Ball worked up the floor now off the bounce pass. St. Albert waiting for the starting 5, waiting for their 5 to join back on the floor. Wedman had the ball, hands it off. Big hit just inside the crease. That's going to pop the ball free, and Saskatchewan's going to come back up. It's number 23. Takes a big hit, but does hang onto the ball. Saskatchewan does keep possession as they're working in here. If you're just joining us, you've missed 3 quick ones. It's 3-0 Saskatchewan with 14-18 to go in the first period here. Lots of back and forth play, however. This is a breakaway for St. Albert. He gets wedged out of position, however. He's just going to turn around and wait for the rest of the players to join him on the floor. Cross-rink pass, a little bit too errant off the end board. Saskatchewan picks up, and they're going to come out the way. This is Hebig. Hebig brings it in, waiting for his line mates to join off. Hands it off, he's going for a change. Welsh brings it in. Welsh hands it off. Fetch works it in. Lost the ball just shy of the crease. And that's a goal. Saskatchewan came out running this morning. Number 19, Cole Curry pots one. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, it's 4-0 St. Albert, 4-0 Saskatchewan early, pardon me. After 2 close games here so far in Alberta for the SWAT, losing 9-8 to the Warriors on Friday night, then 12-8 in Beaumont. They come out with a little bit of pep in their step. They've been putting fire on the gas already. And it looks like and after last night's fireworks, a little bit of festivities. And we're going to have a goaltender change now for St. Albert as Will Horn is replaced by number 00, Jordan Peck. Horn pulled on 4 goals on 9 shots. So Peck's going to come in and try and calm things down in the defensive zone for the Crude. St. Albert brings it in now, looking around, hands it up high to the point. Hands it down the right-hand side. Ball blocked in front of the net, however. St. Albert thought I had possession, but Saskatchewan's breaking up. This is the breakaway for number 22, Hunter Mayers. Mayers misses wide of the net. Still has it in the corner, though. Mayers waiting for the rest of his teammates to join him on the floor. Picked that ball off and decided to take a full head of steam. Sends it down low to the net. Save Peck. There's the first one. That's all you can ask for the goalie coming in to try and take some pressure off. St. Albert has the ball now. They're going to bring it back up. See if they can get something going here. Hands it off. It's Fry. Fry looking around now, waiting for some help on the pick. Went for the cross pass, knocked down in front. Saskatchewan's going to transition through back to the offensive zone. 23 shoots just wide of the net. That's going to hit the crossbar on top of the roof, and that ball's going to bounce back out of play and back onto the rink. St. Albert's going to pick up possession here. And we've got our first penalty of the evening, as it's St. Albert going to the box for a 4-minute hitting from behind. This was the first chance to see the Saskatchewan power play today. They actually weren't too bad last night against the Beaumont Outlaws. They were more transitioning on shorthanded goals and delayed penalties, however, mind you. Saskatchewan working it around. Steen works it to Burns. Saskatchewan picks it up. It's Welsh. Over to Weston. To Steen. Steen fakes the pass. And save Peck. Not getting fooled by the ball movement just yet, though. Peck looking sharp early in. Shots 10-3 in favor of the SWAT early on. 4-0 so far. 12 minutes to go in the first period here. Saskatchewan going to pick up possession, however. And that was Weston off the quick transition pass. Bounce shot just wide of the net on the shorthand side. But off the crease violation, St. Albert's going to pick it up. Goalie pass a little too short. That's on the stick of number 25, Francis. Francis missing the net wide. Saskatchewan looking very solid on the penalty kill so far. St. Albert needing to get something going on the power play. And on the bounce pass that was going across the rink, just wide of the outstretched stick. This is a 2-on-1 for Saskatchewan now. Ball slightly loose in the crease here. Save Peck. Peck's going to pick it up, and we got a little bit of rough stuff going on here, folks. As we're going to have both men going to the box. Number eight, Frey for St. Albert, and number 16, Weens are going to the box. 2 minutes apiece for roughing. Loads of fireworks so far here in the first period. It's gonna be a 4-on-3 power play for the Saskatchewan SWAT here still. They got 2 minutes and 49 seconds on the original power play left still. When both men join the floor, we're gonna have just under a minute of 5-on-4 time coming your way. I think we're just gonna get situated here at center for an opening draw now. And that we are. Hebig wins the drawback. Saskatchewan gonna pick it up, gets it up when it's 4-on-3. Offensive personnel joining the floor now. Steen has the ball. Steen waiting for the last fifth line mate to join, and he does. Steen works it down to the low left. Steen gets the ball back, fakes a shot, hands it off to the right-hand point. Back to Steen. Surveying, works it to the right slot. Ball blocked, ball's deflected in front, up into the netting. St. Albert's going to get possession here. They got they got 2:25 of shorthanded time left to go in total here. But here comes number 14 with a head of steam. Couldn't get the shot away, but does hang on to possession now. Just trying to work something out here. Kill the penalty. See if you can spark the team, get a shorthanded goal. Went behind the back pass, and that's going to be over and back. Maybe a sense of oversimplifying things here. Just got to find the short pass. Saskatchewan getting set back up now. Burns bringing it in down low to the right-hand side. Back up to Burns. To Steen. Steen wants a shot. Pass instead, just out of the outstretched stick. St. Albert's going to pick this up. St. Albert doing a very good job of hanging onto the ball with two players draped all over him. As number 5, Tate Wedman, bringing up the floor, waiting for a reinforcement or two here. Maybe kill a little bit of the penalty clock out, see if you can spark something up. And off the skirmish, St. Albert's going to keep the ball here. 10:03 to go in the first period. Score 4-0 for those of you just joining us in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT. Ball pops out of the stick of the St. Albert player. Saskatchewan bringing it up the floor now. Myers waiting for the last of his teammates to make the change. Last one's on. Hands it to Burns. Burns hanging on to it and waiting for 2 more to join off. St. Albert making the one quick pass. And that's a goal. Easton Burns making it 5-0 for the SWAT early here in the first period. Pex looked pretty good in relief here so far. I think you're going to want that one back as that dribbled through the 5-hole. And it's 5-0 for the SWAT on the power play. Lining up now. We're going back to 4-on-4 now. As Schaff, he's going to go back to the bench and get the proper personnel back out there. Back to 4-on-4 we go. Referees just trying to figure out a little bit of a skirmish here. Lining up the draw now, it's Hebig. St. Albert working into the zone. Ball still in the stick. And that's going to be a 2-minute cross-checking on number 14 for Saskatchewan. That's Kyler Weiss going to the box. 2 minutes cross-checking. And once this 4-on-4 comes out, St. Albert's going to have their first power play of the game. See if they can't spark a little bit of a rally here with 9:24 to go in the first period. Shots are 13-3 in favor of the SWAT. This period so far has been all Saskatchewan, but St. Albert's done a pretty good job of bending but not breaking just yet. St. Albert bringing it into the zone now. Working it around to the lower right-hand side, back up to the mid-slot. Works at high point, 5-on-4 power play now for the SWAT. Shot saved Saskatchewan. That goes to the lower left-hand corner. They do regain possession. And the pass a little bit too high for the St. Albert player. That ball's going to bounce all the way back to the defensive corner. Peck's going to pick it up, and he's going to see what's going on and see if he can find an open lane. And off the shot clock violation, tried the Hail Mary pass. Saskatchewan is going to pick it up and bring it back down the rink here. See if they can get something going shorthanded. Saskatchewan brings it in now. Lopez working over his man. Saskatchewan might just be content with letting his penalty burn out now. Now with a little bit of a double team stepping up as Welsh is getting worked. Ball pops out of the Welsh's stick. And the big open rink hit by McBride on Elliott. That is a shot clock violation for Saskatchewan, however. St. Albert's going to pick this up with 53 seconds left on the power play. They got to get something set up here. They got to move the ball around. They got to make this goalie move a little bit. Everything's been pretty right into his chest so far. Saskatchewan's setting up. Working to the high point. Sling pass down low, back up to the high point. Shot. Ball's up and out of play into the netting. St. Albert's going to keep that possession with 34 seconds left in this power play. Stenson worked it across. Working it down low to the left-hand side. Back up to the high left point. Midpoint left. Works it to the high slot point. Shot right into the chest of the Saskatchewan netminder. Saskatchewan's going to break out here. 7 minutes, 40 seconds to go in the first period. 5-0 SWAT for those of you just joining us. Saskatchewan handing it off. 10 seconds left in the power play for St. Albert Crude. Saskatchewan bringing it in now. Fetch going for a run along the left-hand boards. Works up out of the point. Man's out of the box for Saskatchewan. 5-on-5 back in order. 17:15 to go in the first period. It's Crude setting up behind their net, wanting to break it out, and they do. Hands it off at center now. Kerr bringing it in. Trying to bull rush his way through. Gets the shot off. Saves Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan comes away with the ball now. Trying to get out of their zone. Flip pass underneath number 15. Sorry, 25, pardon me. Pass out to Francis, and Francis is going to wait for the line change to commence. 18 seconds on that shot clock for Saskatchewan. As the rest of them are going to break it into the zone, he's going to go for the change and allow the last line mate to get on for this offensive unit. Sends it up high. Shot, save Peck, right into the stomach of Peck, and that pass is going to break out. And St. Albert's back into the zone now. They're going to make the rest of the line change. This is Fry. Fry waiting for the rest of his teammates to join him on the floor. Fry hands it off. Hands it across to the right-hand side. Works up high point. Ball pops out of the stick of number 21 on St. Albert. And this is Saskatchewan picking the ball back up. Trying to get out of the zone. They get the center now. Barnby. Worked into the zone. Ball off the end board. St. Albert will pick this ball up and try and bring it back down the floor. Off a partial break, gets around his man. Schaff looking for help. Schaff spun out the first man. Wanted the shot. Couldn't quite get the shot away as he falls into the outer crease. Saskatchewan's going to pick this ball up. And they're going to break out now. Working it on the right-hand side on the low wall here. Myers hands it off. Elliott looking for the rest of his line mates to join him. They do. Send it to the right. Send it to the left-hand side. And there's a man in the crease for a moment of the St. Albert, but it's okay. He's out of there. Saskatchewan does pick this up, however. Steen wanted that pass to the high point. St. Albert on him in a hurry, but Steen does pick it back up. Steen getting checked over by Searson. Searson couldn't get the ball away from Steen. And a big hit on a Saskatchewan player. As St. Albert's gonna make that shot clock die out, and they're gonna pick the ball up. 4:30 to go in the first period here. 5-0 Saskatchewan. Shot 17-7 in favor of the SWAT. St. Albert bringing it across the floor now. Wedman. St. Albert's going back to the box here with number 23, Avery Stenson, pardon me, is going to the box. Saskatchewan going back to the power play. I think so. So the call on the floor is 2 minutes unsportsmanlike. And Saskatchewan's going to break in back now. Steen hands it across to the left-hand side, gets the ball back. Works it across. Burns sends it to Steen. Serving around. Burns wanted the ball. Steen gets it back. Sends it back up high to the slot to Steen again. Steen cuts through. Sends it across, and they score. Luoma with a second of the afternoon. Off a little bit of nifty ball handling It was the pass that went from corner to corner that Luoma was sitting there waiting for, and he volleyballs it into the net. 6-0 SWAT out, about 4 minutes to go in the first period. 18-7 in favor of the SWAT for shots as well. Lining back up for the opening draw here now. It's Hebig. And it's Frey. Battling for it. Hebig comes away with it. Saskatchewan is going to pick the ball back up here now. St. Albert trying to work the ball out of number 12 hand. That's Burns. Burns breaking in the right-hand side. Bounce shot right into the chest of the netminder. Picked up by the St. Albert defender, pardon me. St. Albert breaking up the floor now. Kerr getting worked over by his man, wanting to break into the zone. Kerr surveying. Kerr works it to the low right-hand side. And they score! St. Albert is on the board as it was a spin pass from Kerr that made that play happen. And it is now 6-1 in favor of Saskatchewan SWAT with 3:32 left to go in the first period here. This game's far from over. There's still 2 full periods to play. Anything can happen. As we're setting back up for the draw now. It's Hebig and Fry fighting for it. Ball's gonna, and off the circle violation, Saskatchewan's gonna pick that ball up. Saskatchewan starting 5, joining the floor. Works it into the zone, right-hand side. Elliott handed it off. Sends it up to the high left point, down to the left half wall. Looking around. Elliott getting it back, works to the low right-hand side. Just out of the stick. Saskatchewan getting a fresh 30. Elliott looking around, sends it to the left-hand side. Off the cut, shot, and Peck got a piece of that one. Flies out of play into the I-beams of the Jerome McGinley Center here in St. Albert. And St. Albert's going to get ball possession back. Ball just in and out of the stick of the St. Albert player, number 23, Avery Stenson. Saskatchewan getting the ball back now. Francis bringing it into the zone now, waiting for the rest of the line change to happen. Francis looking around, works it across. Steen has it. Steen shot right into the chest of Peck. And I didn't see it, ladies and gentlemen, but we've got a player down for St. Albert. That's number 6, Tyson Smith. And he is in a great deal of discomfort. You never like to see that. Hopefully he's okay. We do have a Saskatchewan player in the box, however. He's been handed a 5. Number 25, Stowe Francis, is in the box. We're going to head to commercial here real quickly. Hopefully the St. Albert player is okay. We'll bring you back the second we have an update. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. He's off the floor on his own 2 feet, going to the room. Smith got back to his own feet here, walked off, and that's always a good thing you want to see. You never want to see medical assistance being needed to bring one of these players off the floor. 5-minute power play on the board for St. Albert now, as number 25, Stowe Francis, is in the box. St. Albert bringing it in now. Let's see if they can bring this game back within a couple before the end of the first period. St. Albert working it around. Shot right off the shoulder to the goaltender. St. Albert does keep possession, however. Right off of the face mask of the netminder. That ball is going all the way down the floor. Peck's going to pick that up, and he's going to break it back out. Knowlton bringing it across center now. St. Albert getting set back up. Fodchuk handed it over. Back to Knowlton, to Fodchuk, to Knowlton. They wanted the seam pass, couldn't quite get it. That ball is going to just hang before center. St. Albert has 7 seconds on the shot clock before a shot clock, and Saskatchewan's going to pick it up. Or at least I thought they would. Saskatchewan's going to get possession here. Now that shot clock runs out, running around the net now. Hebig sends it out to the middle. Saskatchewan gaining center. Luoma sends it in the middle. And it was the bounce pass to Steen that just kind of faltered on him a little bit. Had to rethink what he was doing here. Minute 9 to go in the first period. Shots 19-9 in favor of the SWAT, the score being 6-1 thus far. Steen, 3 seconds left. And Steen from center, that eluded Peck. I'm not sure if he was screened or not, but it's 7-1 for the SWAT with a minute exactly to go on the clock. That is one Peck would like to have back, I'm sure, but I think it might have been the man in front that partially blocked his vision, not really knowing where the ball was. St. Albert going back. St. Albert still has 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the power play. Minute to go exactly in the period. Score 7-1 SWAT. Shot 20-9 in favor of Saskatchewan as well. Lining back up to the draw now. It's Fry. It's Hebig. Hebig comes with it. St. Albert does momentarily get possession of that ball, however. Big hit along the left-hand side here. It's Saskatchewan does pick this ball up off transition. And number 16's away. Weens looking around, sends it across. Works it down low left-hand side. 38 seconds to go in the first period. Score 7-1 for the SWAT over the Crude so far. Sends it to the high point. Welsh looking around. 10 seconds of shot clock left to go here. Welsh sheds his check. Runs down to the right-hand side. And it was the shot that caught Peck short side. Landed his feet. Didn't really know where it was for a second here. And St. Albert's going to call a timeout with 16 seconds left in the first period. With the timeout concluded now, St. Albert drawing up play, trying to get one here. Make it just a 5-goal instead of a 6-goal differential heading into the first period. St. Albert will pull the goalie for a 6-on-5 opportunity here, starting from their own end. And they're bringing it off across floor in a hurry here. Knowlton works it across the low left-hand side. Looking around. Saskatchewan playing very stingy defense thus far. That's right into the legs of the Saskatchewan player. And they're going to try and get him out of the net, and that's all we can do for the first period. 7-1 for the SWAT against the St. Albert Crude from the Jerome McGinley Arena here in St. Albert. We're going to take a 10-minute break here or so. We're back to the second period. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Jerome McGinley Arena here in St. Albert for the start of the second period between the St. Albert Crude and the Saskatchewan SWAT. Saskatchewan came out firing in the first period, putting up 7 goals on 21 shots. They actually ended up chasing Horn, and Peck is now in on relief. Lining up for the draw now. St. Albert still has 2.5 minutes of power play time left to go. Saskatchewan breaking into the zone. Burns looking around. Burns trying to find, does the flip shot, saved by Peck. St. Albert gonna break out of here now. Find the short pass up the middle. It's Drader. Drader waiting for the rest of his lineys to join him, and they do. Drader hands it off. Vodchuk. Vodchuk sent it to the left side, down low. Looking around. They work it back to the point. Vodchuk once more. Vodchuk gets it back. Slingshot misses just wide. And that ball is going to roll all the way down the floor. Shot clock violation does ensue. Saskatchewan ball. Minute 42 of power play left for the Crude. Just played. I wrote 19-10 left in the first period here. Saskatchewan's going to start things back up, working around the right-hand side of the wall. Down low to the right-hand side, cuts back high. He's being watched by Sirensen. And just out of the S-stretch stick of the Saskatchewan player, Peck's going to corral that, and they're going to break out. Lopez comes out now. Lopez hands it off. He's going to go for a change. St. Albert trying to get the rest of the starting 5 on offense on the floor now. Handing it off. It's Vodchuk. Vodchuk sends it to the left-hand side at the circle. Back to Vodchuk at the point. Into the right-hand side circle now. It's Stenson. And they score! It's Vodchuk from the high point. He buries it. And it is 7-2 for the Saskatchewan SWAT here with 18:28 to go in the second period. St. Albert won't go away in this one just yet. They're starting to move the legs a little bit, starting to sling the ball around. To keep that up, we might have ourselves a brand new game by the end of the second period here. Lining up the draw now. Hebig does win it back momentarily here. Oh no, and we got another St. Albert player down momentarily. He's gonna limp up and on his own power. St. Albert brings it in. Smith sends it across. Good to see Smith's okay. Oh, Spray, pardon me. Vodchuk was the goal scorer there on the power play. Still 40 seconds of power play left on the power play for the Crude. St. Albert does gain possession. Saved by Saskatchewan's netminder, Oscar Hall. Hall bounces it out into the left-hand side, right-hand side corner, pardon me. They're going to run it up the left. St. Albert getting the defensive squad on the floor. St. Albert works it across the right-hand side. Sorry, Saskatchewan works to the right-hand side, pardon me. Looking, sends it over. That's Nate Gallant. Gallant does a bit of a step. And that hit his own man in front of the net as the shot clock expires. St. Albert's going to have 4 seconds of power play left to work with here. As the breakout pass to number 17 does hit Anderson. As the power play does conclude though, big save Hall, keeping that out of the net. St. Albert does get that ball back, however, fresh 30 on the clock. Vodchuk, he's a goal scorer on the power play. Looks around, sends it to the point. Down low to Vodchuk on the right-hand wall. Vodchuk sends it off, tried the middle pass, and off the errant sling. 2 big saves in a row by Hall. One from danger in close. St. Albert does keep a brand new 30 on the clock now. Vodchuk works it in low. And off the over-under shot, that just misses wide of the net. St. Albert, they're starting to cook here a little bit now. They're finding all the loose balls. Saskatchewan does come away with the ball here now. 3-on-1 developing. And the ball is just out of the stick. And we got a delay penalty on the way now. St. Albert's going back to the box. As it was the as it was the play just inside the crease that's resulting in another Saskatchewan power play. Two-minute cross-check on number 22, Chase Richardson at St. Albert. And Saskatchewan's going to go back to the power play here. They've been very lethal thus far with the man advantage. As Steen's going to get the ball in play here, send it to the left-hand side, down low left, back up to the mid-left slot, up to the high point, works to the right hash marks, back to the point, Steen hands it off, works it down to the wall. And the shot's blocked in front of the net. Big block by Zayden Blake. And that's a Saskatchewan goal. Mason Luoma, he's got the hat trick on the power play here. Saskatchewan regains its 6-goal lead. It's 8-2 for the Saskatchewan SWAT. Lining back up center here now. Hebig and Fry, they're going to battle it out in the draw here once again. 5-on-5 play continues once more. Power play is over. Saskatchewan scoring. Saskatchewan getting the ball off of the circle violation. Breaking it in on the low left-hand side here now. Waiting for the rest of the reinforcements to come through. Comes through. Shots blocked from the net once again. Good defense by St. Albert to keep that ball from being in a danger area, and they score. Saskatchewan picking up right where they left off. It's Nate Gallant scoring. 9-2 for the Saskatchewan SWAT. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm just being told that's number 2, Nate Gallant's first goal in Junior B lacrosse. Always like to see someone getting there first, so congratulations to him. Saskatchewan breaking back in here now. Along the right-hand wall, waiting for the rest of the offensive reinforcements. They show up. Works it up to the point, number 6 Saskatchewan. Steen having another great game. Lots of pick and rolls being set here now. Steen tried the reverse bounce shot. Bounced in front of the crease and it lands up in the nets. St. Albert's going to get possession here and they're going to break out, see if they can't make something happen. Hands it off now. Stenson waiting for the rest of his line mates. They do. Fodchuk rolling around on the blue line. Goes for the sling and that hit the post. That was close to going in. Ball's going to roll all the way down the rink now. Fresh 30 on the clock. Ball's to center into the zone. And off of the bounce pass that couldn't be handled by Fodchuk. Saskatchewan's going to break in here. 2-on-2 developing as they're going to get set up. Gallant on the left-hand wall. Wanting to run to the middle. He does. Hands it off onto the right-hand side. Down to Gallant. Gallant shoots into the chest of Peck. Peck surveying. Gets the pass out. Man on him already. Flips the ball into the zone now. Schaff looking, hands it off to Fry. Cuts in, save by, that's another save by Hall. Hall's been very solid thus far in the game. And what we thought to be a goal here was right on the goal line. Hall somehow kept that out. Saskatchewan's going to break back up the floor on the left-hand side here. Big pick set to allow them to get zone possession. Hands it off to the right-hand side now. Waiting for the last of the 5 to join. They do. Hands it across. And they score again. Weston took the ball from the left-hand boards. Brought it in, and that beats Peck 5-hole. 10-2 for the Saskatchewan SWAT. We have 13:49 left to go here in the second period. The shots are 26-18 in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT. Waiting for the festivities to start off again. It's Hebig. It's Wedman. And the ball rolls through on Hebig gets the ball roll through. Saskatchewan's going to get possession here. Saskatchewan bringing it in now. Flips it off. Last the starting 5 on. Rolling around up the right-hand wall. Sends it to the left-hand side. Wanted it to the middle slot. Got it, but the ball pops back free. Up to the right-hand hash mark. Saskatchewan does keep possession of this ball, however. And we got a man down for Saskatchewan here, folks. That's Josh Weston. There was a bit of a tie-up collision in front of the net between one Crude player and one SWAT player. And Weston's back on his own 2 feet already. Just going to need to walk that one off, but good to see him getting up and off in his own power. St. Albert looking to break it back up the floor now. It's Fodchuk. Fodchuk breaking it into the zone. Fodchuk, save Hall. Lots of pressure by St. Albert, though. Saskatchewan does come with the ball, however. And that's going to be Saskatchewan still holding possession of the zone now. Saskatchewan working it around on the right-hand side. Over to the left, Steen has it. Steen having himself another great afternoon here in St. Albert. 2 picks being set. Steen's got it. And we got a penalty coming our way now. There was something going on in the right-hand corner. And it's one of the Crude players. It's Ryan McBride going to the box. Not exactly sure what happened down there. 2 for cross-checking. Engaged in that battle in the far corner. And Saskatchewan's going back to the power play once again. Steen's going to look to bring it back in for the SWAT. Saskatchewan setting up now. Steen gets the ball on the point. Steen looking around. Fakes a shot, hands it down to the little right, up to the mid right point. At the point now, save Peck. Peck gonna break it out. Ball's just out of the outstretched stick, but we do have the Crude breaking in shorthand, and they score! Will Drader got the breakout pass from Peck, and they bury a shorthanded goal. Scores 10-3, 11 and a half to go in the second period here. Lots of fighting left to do for St. Albert, but they have made themselves a little bit more room here. It's 10-3 off the shorty from Drader. Saskatchewan gets it off the draw. Hebig winning another one. He's been excellent at center for them so far today. Saskatchewan setting up, still in the power play. Minute 22 to go on that for them. Steen hands it off. Steen gets it back down to the right-hand side. It's Weston. Good to see he's back on the floor already. Steen hands it back off down to the right-hand side. Gets it back to the high point. Wanted to whip it to the low left-hand side on the pass. And the shot goes wide just as time expires on the shot clock. St. Albert's got about a minute left of power play time to work with here. Let's see if they can make something happen here. See if they can get one on the power play to make it a 10-4 game. Saskatchewan playing defense here now. St. Albert has the one man draped by 4 SWAT players as the ball does pop free. St. Albert does come away with it, however. Knowlton driving to the net hard. And after falling to his knees, tried to get the shot off. Falling through the crease. And that's going to be Saskatchewan ball with about 26 seconds of power play time left for the SWAT. For the Crude, pardon me. That's about all that's going to do it for their power play. Saskatchewan setting up, 17 seconds on the shot clock. 10-3 game, about 10 minutes left to go in the second period here. Saskatchewan shoots, save Peck. Ball's going to rebound out to center. Saskatchewan's going to pick that ball back up. Delayed penalty up, no delayed penalty, man's back out. We're back to 5-on-5 play. Saskatchewan battling, ball goes wide to Peck's right. And that ball is going to fly out of play. St. Albert ball. St. Albert bringing the ball up in a hurry now. Blake brought it in. Pick set. Works, tried to go across to Blake. And what looked to be a for naught opportunity quickly turned into a shot attempt for St. Albert. But the foot in the crease nullified that scoring chance. Saskatchewan breaking out again. Saskatchewan setting up. Weston sent the pass off. That's Gallant. Gallant hit the inside of the post on the far low side. And that somehow stayed out as it bounced back into Peck. St. Albert's going to bring this one back out. Oh, hard charge to the net. Scores! Drader's got his second of the afternoon. And just like that, we got a 10-4 game. It was the hard charge right down Main Street for Drader, and he beat Hall low 5-hole. And we've got ourselves a 10-4 game. Lining up now. Ball's back in play. St. Albert's going to get that ball up the face-off infraction. St. Albert's offensive 5 on the floor. Drader bringing it across. Whips and shoots and scores! Off the ensuing face-off, the ball comes into the zone in an absolute hurry, and that is hammered home. Absolutely rifled. We've got ourselves a 10-5 game, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere. This one's far from over with 8 minutes and 56 seconds to go in its second period. St. Albert bringing it back in again. They have come out like a house on fire in the second half of this second period. Working it around, the ball's just out of the stick. St. Albert does keep possession, however. Surveying around. Thoughtful shot, scores! And that's Knowlton. He got it through the screen, 5-hole on Hall. St. Albert is making a game of it in the second period as they've scored 4 in about 12 minutes. It is 10-6 for the SWAT. Do not go anywhere. This one is not over yet. Far from it. As we're lining back up for the draw. And off the ensuing face-off, Hebig loses one of the first ones of the afternoon as Fry's bringing it in quickly. St. Albert player losing their footing. Saskatchewan does not clear the ball. St. Albert keeping possession. Fodchuk thought about a shot, passed it off. Slingshot, and that's a big block as Hebig took that right in the leg, and he's hobbling around a bit. Those lacrosse balls do not feel good when you take that off bare skin. Saskatchewan breaking back up. Hebig to the bench, trying to stretch out that Charlie horse. Getting set up now. Welsh has it, sends it to Steen. Steen waiting for the last of his 5 to join the floor. They do now. Sends it to the low left-hand side. It's Gallant. Sends it to Steen. And St. Albert kills out the shot clock. They're going to try and get down the floor in a hurry here as the transition changes are made. St. Albert breaking it back into the zone now. Anderson. Anderson rips it. Save Hall. Had to be sharp on that one. That was labeled 5-hole. Stick got it. Saskatchewan breaking it back out. St. Albert playing some defense now. Offensive 5 joining the floor. Sends it across to the right-hand side. To the right-hand hash marks. Pick set. Works it across. Weston. Had it for a second. That ball eluded everybody. Peck didn't know where it was. St. Albert's going to come away with that ball, however, as Peck steps out to set a screen for his man coming out from behind the net. Spins off the check, and St. Albert gets center. 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. 6:50 to go in the second period. 10-6 in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT so far. The shots get a little bit closer. 30-24 in favor of the SWAT in that category. This one's not over yet, folks. Saskatchewan bringing it back into the zone. He's draped by his man. Peck's going to stop any harm from coming any farther as St. Albert breaks it back up. Working it across the left-hand side, waiting for the offensive 5 to join the floor. Surveying around. Pick set. Wants the shot. Save Hall. Saskatchewan's going to break it up from behind their own net now. They're going to get situated. St. Albert's first and second period games have been miles apart. They looked a little shaky in the first period, but they've come out lightening up in the second here. If the third period has any indication of how this second period's been, we could have a brand new game before the end of the second here. 5:50 to go in the second. Still 10-6 in favor of the SWAT. Fodchuk keeps the ball from rolling over center. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Fodchuk rips it. Save Hall. And it's in the feet of Hall, caught by the stick. Saskatchewan's going to break it back out now. Coming across center. Saskatchewan setting up now. Welsh. Welsh works to the point. And it's the big shot that catches Peck right in the stick. Peck's sharp on the rebound. He has been very sharp in relief for the St. Albert Crude ever since about 8 minutes through the first period. Steen hands it off. And a big save by Peck as that ball is going to roll all the way down the floor. It's a foot race now. Saskatchewan beats them out just by a hair, and they're going to break back out. That ball popped free for a second. Saskatchewan does maintain possession. At least I thought they did. Now they have it. And this is Hebig. Hebig's coming through. Got the pass behind the back shot. Peck very sharp on that one. Negates a gorgeous scoring chance for the SWAT as the Crude break back up. Searson hands it off. He's going for a change. Stenson. He's waiting for the starting 5 to join him. Stenson cuts to the net. Gonna go behind. Worked over by his man. Works it to the point. That's Fry. Fry looking for the lane. Wanted the cross rink pass. Doesn't get it. Save Hall. Ball out of play. Saskatchewan ball. 4 minutes to go in the second period here. But wildly entertaining second period. St. Albert came out of here like a house on fire. And we're going to see what's going on. St. Albert rips it just wide of the net to the left. St. Albert does regain possession. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Save Hall. Ball's loose. And Saskatchewan almost was away with it, but they couldn't get possession of the ball. St. Albert picks it up though. Lopez tried going across, picked off by Saskatchewan, and they're gonna break back out. And we might have ourselves a partial breakaway here. We do. Big save Peck as it battles out from between his legs and to the left side into the corner. Another breakaway, shoots, that hit the post once again. 2 or 3 posts for the Crude in the second period here have been the story, but they've come out slinging the ball much more efficiently than they did in the first period. with about 3 minutes to go in the second period here. Let's see if they can pot one. St. Albert getting set up. Ball still on the high point. Looking for the pass. Lob pass, just wide of the net. That would have had Hall beat on the short side. And they score! Dylan Kerr got the ball off the rebound from the pass. And just like that, it's 10-7. Loads of game left to go with 2:44 left in the second period. St. Albert's clawing their way back into this one very efficiently, as Hebig and Fry are going to line up for this draw. Hebig comes away with it momentarily. Crude ball, however, though. St. Albert breaking in. Drader wanted to blow by his man, got stood up. Big save, Hall. Kerr still has it. Fresh 30 on the clock for the Crude. Kerr coming out, sends it across to the point. Goes to the shot, just wide of the net. That's going to be all the way down the rink. Peck's going to pick that up and play it back up. 15 seconds to go on that shot clock. 2:13 left to go in the second period. And it was the errant shot that hit a body in front up into the netting. St. Albert's going to keep possession of this one as they're setting up. It was a pass to the point, bobbled. Still keeps it though. Knowlton handed it off. Wedman wanted the shot, just wide of the net. Behind a back pass, just fell. And Saskatchewan's away here, and they might have numbers. Here's a shot, big save, Peck. Peck has been excellent in relief for the St. Albert Crude in this afternoon affair, as St. Albert's going to get set up. Minute 30 to go in the second period. Score is 10-7 in favor of the SWAT. Ball's bobbled in the corner. Gallant spins off. But St. Albert does come in with the ball. Big hit by Steen. Pops the ball free. And St. Albert does get this ball off the ensuing play. Save, Hall. That was Tyson Smith with the golden opportunity in front. And the stick of Hall negated that chance. Saskatchewan waiting for the start their five to join back out. They do. Ball's over to the right-hand side, down to the low left boards, coming onto the circle. Sends it across the high point, back down to the left-hand circle. Cuts by his man. And it was the hit in front that popped it out. Gallant does come back with that ball. Fresh 30 on the clock for the SWAT. Gallant sends it across to the right-hand side. Save, Peck. Didn't know where the ball was for a second. And the ball ended up behind the net. But no goal, as that was a foot in the crease violation. St. Albert is back on the floor in a hurry here. 25 seconds to go in the second period. 2 seconds to separate the shot and game clock. Fodchuk has the ball. Extra man out for St. Albert. Shot, save, Hall. St. Albert, fresh 30 on the clock. 7 seconds to go in a second period here now. They're trying to get one before the period ends. Big rip, blocked in front. And that'll do it for the end of the second period. 10-7 is the score for the Saskatchewan SWAT over the St. Albert Crude. We're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll be back for the third period of a wildly entertaining matinee affair between the Saskatchewan SWAT and the St. Albert Crude from the Jerome McGinley Arena in St. Albert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back inside the Jerome McGinley Arena here in St. Albert. We have had ourselves a masterclass of lacrosse throughout this first two periods. St. Albert looked like they were going to be running away and hiding early, but they turned it on in the second period. We've got ourselves a 3-goal game with the shots being 38-34 in favor of the SWAT. 20 minutes to go will tell us a lot about this game when all is said and done, as we have got Hebig and we have got Fry lining up for the draw. Fry comes away with it, and we're back underway with the third period. St. Albert breaking in the offensive zone. Quick break in. Shot, save Hall. Saskatchewan comes up with the ball, trying to get out of their own zone. Ball's bobbled off the stick. They will pick it up and go up the rink. Saskatchewan breaking into the zone. Coming through. Waiting for the last of the 5 to join. Down to the left-hand wall. Up to the right point. Cuts around the man. Shot saved by Hook, and off the rebound. It looked like Hook didn't have a piece of it, but that's going to be a goal, Saskatchewan, and they got a 4-goal lead. It's 11-7 in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT. The initial save by Peck had it come back up, and then it got put into the net by one of the SWAT. Early into the first period here, we've only got 45 seconds in. They've got their 4-goal lead back. St. Albert needing a big push back here, lining up the draw. It's Fry and Hebig. Hebig comes away with it, battling for the ball on the feet. Saskatchewan comes away with it. It's Weens. Weens hands it off. Ball's bobbled. St. Albert breaking back up the floor. Fry joining the goal, joining the Fry. Fry's joining the fray. Stands it to the right-hand wall. Works it in low. Big save Hall, standing tall in his crease. St. Albert looking to reset. Fakes the shot. Works off his man. Works it to the high point. Shot blocked in front. Trying to body the man off the ball. St. Albert does keep possession, however. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Got to make a quick shot here. Saskatchewan playing staunch defense, trying to make it not happen. And that's going to start the line change for both sides. Peck's just going to whip it down the rink for the shot clock. And St. Albert missed a golden opportunity early in the third period here to get that 1 goal back. Saskatchewan breaking up now. Saskatchewan getting the start from the offensive zone now. Barnby hands it across. Left-hand point. Sends it down. Back to the left-hand point once more. And that ball's picked off. That's going to be potentially a partial breakaway. And a big body out move, and shoots. Big save Hall. And scores! Off the rebound. That is Fodchuk potting another one for the Crude. This thing's starting to turn into a back and forth. Who is going to score next? I love it. The folks at home, I know you're loving it. It's 11-8 in favor of the Saskatchewan SWAT. We have played just under 3 minutes of this game. We've still got 17 minutes and 55 seconds of this one left to go as the players line back up. It's Wedman and Hebig. They're going to line up for the draw. Last man on the floor for St. Albert joining now. Battling for it. Hebig wins it clean. Circle violation. Saskatchewan can get the ball. Off the break-in. Big, I thought that was a save for Peck, but Saskatchewan comes right down the floor and gets another one. There's that 4-goal lead right back for Saskatchewan. Stellar effort from Peck on the save. Just kind of squeaked through him though. Saskatchewan's got a 12-8 lead. We've got 17 minutes and 49 seconds to go in this third period from the Jerome McGinley Arena in St. Albert. Lining up now, it's Wedman and Hebig. And St. Albert gets the ball out of the initial draw now. Shot, save Hall. Ball goes to the corner. Saskatchewan finds it. Ball's loose for a moment. Battling to the net. Flip pass. Shot, save Hall again. And Saskatchewan's going to get the ball off the transition turnover. Saskatchewan getting the last of their starting 5 on the rink now. Getting worked over by his man. That's number 17 for Saskatchewan. That's Elliott. Elliott bringing it across the zone, handed it off. Cutting to the net, big save Peck. And Peck's going to pick that up for a moment. And St. Albert's going to get that ball off the initial turnover Saskatchewan had in their own end. St. Albert bringing it into the zone. They're down by 4. Lots of game left to go in the third period here. They're setting it up. And off the errant bounce pass. Saskatchewan comes away with it for a hot second here. And it's in the feet. St. Albert does find it, however. They work to the right-hand side. Shot save Hall. Stenson thought about going for it, but that would have been a pinch, and that would have been partially a 2-on-1 going the other way. But St. Albert, they do pick it back up. They're going to set up 24 seconds on that shot clock. 16:26 to go in the third period here. Ball bobbled in front of the net. Does regain his composure, however. Shot save, scores! It was the low shot that beat Hall to his offhand. And St. Albert is not going away in this one. Back and forth they go. What seemed to be the pattern in the end of the second period continues onwards now as they do just keep trading back and forth. This is going to be a last shot wins kind of affair as Hebig and Wedman line back up for the draw. Wedman wins it. Saskatchewan is going to pick this one up, however. Or at least I thought they will, as the ball rolls down the left-hand side of the rink into the half-wall corner. Ball still loose. St. Albert picks it up. Knocked into the crease, and on the stretch pass that will find a Saskatchewan player. They're going to get set up here now. Shot save Peck. Peck, who's still been very solid in relief of Horn, happens through the first period here. He's giving St. Albert a chance to stay in this game. St. Albert bringing it across half now. It's Fry. Fry looking for a pass, finds it on the right-hand side. Surveying around, gets it to the inside slot. Shot, save Hall as that was going through the crease. St. Albert trying to get the ball back here. Saskatchewan is going to come up with it as Hall covers it, allowing Saskatchewan to get themselves reset here. Shimmy shakes around his man. Sends it to the left-hand side as they break up. Coming across half. That's on the right-hand half wall now. They come up. Stretch pass. Big save, Peck. And that's going to come across now. As that ball's now in the Saskatchewan end. That's a gorgeous pass from left to right. St. Albert is going to keep possession of this ball with 12 seconds on that shot clock. 14:56 to go in the third period. From the Jerome McGinley Center here in St. Albert. Wedman rips it. That's a block right off the back of the Saskatchewan defender. That always stings. He's on his own. He's still standing. St. Albert, fresh 30 on the clock. Off the end board. Saskatchewan's picking that ball back up, going around the net. Saskatchewan looking for the rest of the starting 5 to come on. They do. Saskatchewan going to bring it across half now. Looking for the shot. Bobbles the pass as Peck's going to pick that up. And off the errant stretch pass, that ball is going to hit the rafters and come back in. Saskatchewan has a golden opportunity with possession inside the offensive zone now as Steen has it. Steen hands it off. Back to the right-hand wall. Wanted the through pass, couldn't get the through pass. Battle along the left-hand wall. Man comes out with it. Ball pops out of the stick. St. Albert is going to come away with it for a hot second. And tempers are flaring a little bit here as that's going to be a reset for Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan Setting it up now, working it to the right-hand side. Goes to the high slot. Steen rips it just wide of the net. Just past the outstretched stick of the Saskatchewan's Easton Burns. That's going to retreat back into Hall's stick. Hall's going to break this back out for the SWAT. Steen breaking it in. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Down to the right-hand side, just above the hash marks. Whips the slingshot underneath. Doesn't go. Tried to bat it out of midair. Doesn't quite go. And here comes St. Albert. And Saskatchewan's going to the box. Pardon me, not Saskatchewan. St. Albert will be going to the box. What I believe is 2 minutes for cross-checking. As Brighton Sorensen is going to be going to the box. 2 minutes for cross-checking. St. Albert on the penalty kills. Saskatchewan at the power play here now. They've converted a couple of times this afternoon already. Steen fake the shot, whips it across, back over to Steen. Steen having a look, rips it off the shoulder of Peck up into the netting. Saskatchewan's going to keep possession of that ball with a fresh shot clock. Saskatchewan setting back up high to Steen. Steen, bounce pass. That missed the net. Off the end board, Saskatchewan keeps possession of it. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 12:55 to go in the third period here of a 12-8 game. And Peck with a monster save as Steen was cutting through the lane, caught that in transition and shot it, kept it out of the net. St. Albert breaking up now. I think it's going to be a pretty aggressive penalty kill for the Crude. They want to get one here. Looking around, he's getting worked over by his man. Swim move. Battling hard to the net. St. Albert does keep that ball in just above the point. Cutting hard to the net. Battling hard, shoots, save Hall. Great battle by Wedman to cut through 3 defenders and get a shot off on Hall, but Hall equal to the task. Saskatchewan breaking it up once more. 50 seconds to go on their power play. 12-17 left in the game. 9-12 we sit. Steen works it over back. Steen gets it back. Works it to the left-hand side, down to the left-hand line goal line. They're working the umbrella. Gets the right-hand side. Fakes the back pass. Shoots it. Save Peck. And the ball's bouncing around. Saskatchewan is going to pick it up, however. Fresh 30 on the clock. Saskatchewan looking around. Shot. Big save. Peck. It's the through pass that both teams have been trying to work all afternoon. Finally got through, and the jump shot just didn't come through. St. Albert, they're going to try and kill some more time off this penalty. Last 9 seconds coming. Ankle breaker, swim move. That's Anderson working in the corner. He's just going to try and kill the rest of this penalty out. He does. Saskatchewan comes away with it. They're starting to break away in a dash. Butler handed it off. Sends it over. Elliott waiting for the last of his reinforcements to join. They do. Elliott just goes to rip it. Save Peck, and that bounced dangerously into the corner, but St. Albert will prevent any trouble from happening as St. Albert tried to get it off the bounce pass from the inboards. Saskatchewan's going to bring it back in. They're looking around, and they're going to start buzzing here once again. Saskatchewan looking to break it into the zone. They're still at center. Sends it across. And that hit the dasher board off the pass, and that's going to be a St. Albert ball. Stenson hands it off. Knowlton, he's going to bring it in now. Knowlton slings it across on a bounce. Knowlton gets it back. Went for the whips it, save, and that's just wide of Hall. Shot, save Hall, rebound, fresh 30. That's Dylan Kerr. He's still got the ball up high to the up the right-hand point. Fodchuk rips it, fakes a shot. And what a save by Hall as Fodchuk faked the high shot and slung it low. And Hall equal to the task for most of these shots thus far in this game. As Saskatchewan's breaking it back in. Steen bringing it across now. 9:48 to go in the third period, pardon me. And we have a little bit of kerfuffle here on the floors. We're trying to figure out who's doing what. It's gonna be a Crude penalty, I believe, for interference, as Fodchuk's going to the box. Fodchuk's been one of the best players on the floor for St. Albert this afternoon. Crucial 2 minutes coming up for the Crude on this penalty kill, as Saskatchewan is up by 3 with 9:47 to go. Steen will get the ball on the inbound here. Saskatchewan gonna be setting it up once more. Steen bringing it across the blue line, send it to his left hand. Steen gets it back down to the low left hand side, just about the goal line. Works to the circle, back to Steen. Working the umbrella around. Steen gets at the high point. Wants a shot, fakes it, and the pass is bobbled. Saskatchewan does maintain possession. Sending it across, back up high to Steen. Thought about it. Big save Peck. St. Albert's gonna get this ball out, and that's a big stand-up hit, but St. Albert does keep possession of it, and we got a partial 2-on-1 joining the way here. Save, scores! Will Drader, short-handed goal. And just like that, the Crude have made this a 2-goal game. They're starting to fight all the way back from this one here now. That's the shorty from Will Drader. It appeared to be the breakout off the 2-on-1 from the shorthanded opportunity that made that happen. Off the ensuing face-off, St. Albert picks it back up. Battling down low for it, ball pops free. Just under the stick of number 8 Fry. They do regain possession though, however, though. Saskatchewan still on a power play here. They're trying to answer back. St. Albert trying to do more work on the shorthanded opportunity. Fry looking around. Minute to go on the penalty. 8:46 to go in the third period. 2-goal game from the Jerome McGinley Arena in St. Albert. And just as shot clock runs out, Hail Mary shot thrown. Saskatchewan will pick this back up, and they want to break back out. Hands it off to Steen. Steen sends it over. Sends it back to Steen, the last man for Saskatchewan coming back on now. 5-on-4 opportunity for them, starting to kick back into play. Send it down to the right-hand crease, back to Steen. Steen rips it, blocked in front. And St. Albert's gonna break this ball back out here now though. 22 seconds to go on their penalty. Big kill still underway for them. They want to get Fodchuk out of the box here. St. Albert whipping it around. 2-man wall set on the right-hand side, trying to get it back out. Saskatchewan want to break back out. That was cut off momentarily by the St. Albert defender. Saskatchewan's going to pick it up. That is it for the Saskatchewan SWAT power play. St. Albert kills a crucial 2 minutes. With a 10-12 game with 7.5 minutes to go in the third period here, they're all sorts of locked up. And as soon as they kill one, they're going right back to the box. It's number 8, Bennett Fry. He's going to the box. And number 8 has just been ejected from the game for having one too many words with the official. He's been one of their best transition players in this one so far. Not exactly what St. Albert needs right now, losing one of their best transition players. We're going to try and get this one sorted out. We're going to be taking this few minutes here to sort this one out, because that was a straight ejection. That was a straight technical. Welcome back. We're just trying to get the whole mess list figured out. The call's 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike and the ejection for having one too many words with the official. The Crude are going to miss Fry for the last quarter of this game, because he has been one of their better transition players heading into the offensive zone for them. And that is not the player you want to see leave your bench. So we've got this mess figured out now. Number 6 for St. Albert, Tyson Smith's going to serve. Number 6 is going to serve the penalty for the 2-minute unsportsmanlike. Big kill coming this way for the Crude. Saskatchewan's going to get set up again. Steen has it. Steen works it across, gets it right back, works to the left-hand side goal line now. Back to the left-hand hash marks. Steen back on the point, working it across, rips it. That's blocked in front. Peck's going to pick that up, however. Try and kill some of this out. And that's in the feet of number 14, Will Drader for the Crude. And tempers are starting to get a little bit boily here now, as there's lots of conversation happening after hits. But that does negate the Saskatchewan attack for now, as St. Albert's going to break back into the zone. They're going to see if they can get another shorthanded marker, as Wedman brings it across. Wedman bringing it in, spins off the one man, battles hard to the net, shoots, and he scores! Unbelievable individual effort by Wedman. And just like that, we have got a 1-goal game with 6:55 left to go in the third period. What started as a bit of a worrisome game for the Crude has quickly turned into a classic between the Crude and the SWAT. Question is, who's going to push back next? Are the SWAT going to get their 2-goal lead back, or are the Crude going to come all the way back from being down 8-2 in the first period? Off the ensuing draw, Saskatchewan gets it. They bring it down the right-hand side. Survey, flips it up to Steen. He's having another awesome afternoon for himself. Big save, Peck into the leg pad. St. Albert's going to bring this one up, or see what they can do with and just out of the outstretched stick of Fodchuk, he's going to go forecheck this down, see if he can hunt the ball down. Saskatchewan picks it back up. They're going to bring it back up. Saskatchewan getting the rest of their offensive personnel on the floor. The last of the line mates join them. St. Albert, big penalty still here to go. 40 seconds left on their penalty, as St. Albert is trying to box it out. I think that ball hit something in front of the net. Maybe Peck got a piece of it, but it does stay out. Worked up high to Steen. Fresh 30 on the clock for the SWAT. That ball was off the post, because that was a great shot from the low-hand side. Peck got a piece of it. The post helped him out, and it bounced up and out of play right at the neutral zone. Steen brings it back in. Clean shot. Peck, save. St. Albert breaking it up, bringing it down the left-hand side boards here. Players coming across both boards in an absolute hurry. 5.5 minutes to go in the third period. Ball's bobbling. That's an over and back. St. Albert looking to desperately kill this out. Last second of the penalty, and they've killed this one off. Back to 5-on-5 play now. 5.5 exactly left to go in the third period here. Saskatchewan looking to bring it back up. Brings it across the right-hand side. He's going to sling to the point. Works it back down the right-hand side, just above the hash mark. Send it across the middle. Steen shoots. Save Peck. And the big save by Peck. When you need a big save, he has had every answer for these Saskatchewan SWAT thus far, and that is going to be a SWAT timeout. Welcome back inside. Timeout is over. We got a 1-goal game 5 minutes ago in its third period. We've experienced a big pushback by the St. Albert Crude after the SWAT went up 8-2 in the first period. And many of us thought this was going to be ugly quick, but St. Albert's turned it around. They've come out firing. That shot's just wide of Hall's left. St. Albert looking for the ball. Ball goes into the right-hand corner. St. Albert comes up with it. Shot just around the net. Hall doesn't know where it is. Bounce back in front. That's going to hit the net. And that's going to be a Saskatchewan ball as they look to break back out. It's really a matter of who's going to get the next one here. Are we going to have a tie game, or are they going to have the 2-goal cushion back once more? St. Albert back on defense. Saskatchewan bringing it across the line. Works it off to the left-hand side. Left-hand half boards. In the slot right now. Sorry, not the slot, the circle. My mistake. Big whack, trying to knock the ball free. Ball still in the stick of the Saskatchewan player. That's up. That is up. That's over the net and all the way back down the rink as the shot clock expires. Crucial spacing for St. Albert right now is needed, as they've got 4 minutes and 15 seconds to make something happen here. But with the way they push back, you never know until you know. Big shot from the right-hand side. Fawchuk, save Hall, brings it back across. Wanted that through pass. Both teams have been trying to do the through pass all evening. And Hall with the big save in tight, caught it in the crook of his arm. Saskatchewan's going to bring this back up the floor in a hurry, off the stick. Trying to get this offensive personnel back out. Offensive personnel on the floor now. Looking around. Shots are 54-49 in favor of the SWAT. 12-11's the score for the SWAT as well. 3:40 left to go in the third period. That's going to be a St. Albert ball. That one out of play. St. Albert breaking the ball up the field quick. They cross half, hand it off. Schaff hands it back off. Knowlton looking, Schaff. Just out of the reach of Schaff. He's going to go into the corner and battle this. Schaff still has it to Knowlton. Knowlton rips and scores! The Crude come all the way back from being down 8-2. And we have got ourselves a 12-12 game with 3:23 left in the third period. My technical producer, Aiden Ganem, just shot me a look of, did that really happen? And I'm just like, yes, it did. The Crude have come all the way back from being down big in the first period, turned it on in the second, and we've got ourselves a tie game with 3.5 minutes to go in the third period. Ball's loose at midfield. SWAT and Crude fighting for it. SWAT breaking back in. Shot, save, Peck. Jordan Peck is having himself an amazing game for coming into this game in relief. He has been sharp. Saskatchewan going to reset this now. Steen hands it off. Saskatchewan still looking around. They wanted the through, don't get it. Back to the left-hand hash marks. Saskatchewan back to the right-hand point, down to the right side circle. Sends it to the left side point. Steen rips it just wide of the net. And that ball is out of the reach of the defender. Here comes the hammer as partial 2-0. And they score! Holy Mackinac! They are running wild here in St. Albert now. Is that St. Albert's first lead of the game with 2.5 minutes left to go in this third period? I'm in absolute shock that this game has taken a complete 180 that it has from the first 10 minutes the first period showed us. But here we are. We have got ourselves a 13-12 Crude lead with 2.5 minutes left to play. Buckle up, because the last 2 minutes of this game are going to be an absolute roller coaster. Ball comes out. Saskatchewan comes away with it. Draw by Hebig. He's been awesome in the dot for them today. Saskatchewan looking around now. Being watched hard by Wedman. They do get it across, though. Steen hands it off. Down to the right-hand side now. Back up high. Coming down the left-hand wall. Shot, save, Pack. Into the stick. 2:10 to go in the game here. St. Albert works the ball out. Ball blocked by Searenson. Searenson waiting for the rest of his line mates to join him. They're starting to come onto the floor now. Nalton runs it down the wall. Nalton blows by his man. Cuts through. Thought about the shot, but the ball gets knocked off his stick. But that's number 9 picking it up. Oh, and a big hit just inside the crease. Gets right back up though, looking for his stick. Oh, his stick broke. And that's gonna be a replacement. And that's a shot save Hall. And we got ourselves a slashing call now. As Saskatchewan, who's been pretty disciplined this game, they take an unwanted late penalty. And that's number 22 for the SWAT. Hunter Mayers going into the box. 2 minutes for slashing. St. Albert looking to put some distance between them and the SWAT now. Minute 37 left to go in the game. This power play will basically decide the game. You either get the 2-goal lead or there's going to be a tie game going into overtime. And here come the Crude now. Hands it off to the right-hand side. I think they're pretty content just to let this one kind of meander about. Fodchuk hands it around. Nalton back to Fodchuk. Sends it to the right-hand side. Fodchuk gets it back. Behind the back pass. Down low to the right-hand side. Cuts across, shoots. Big save by Hall. Shot. Another save by Hall. 2 amazing saves by Hall back to back. Last minute to go in the third period here. 13-12 in favor of the Crude. Live from the Jerome McGinley Arena in St. Albert. St. Albert still whipping this ball around. Fodchuk has it now. Sends it across to the right-hand side. Fodchuk gets it on the bounce pass. Sends it back in. Right-hand side circle. Sends it to Nalton. Nalton rips it. Slingshot. Just misses wide and high. Shot. Save Hall. Hall's going to cover that. 30 seconds to go now. Saskatchewan is going to call a timeout. See if they can't draw something up to get this last 30 seconds of play. One the last opportunity to get one more shot. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Timeout is over. Saskatchewan's going to get set here. They're going to pull the goalie in hopes of tying this game with 29.5 seconds left to go. Shots are 56-54 in favor of the Crude. In the SWAT, pardon me. St. Albert has put a lot of ball on the net in these last periods to make this game a 13-12 lead for them. And it has been otherworldly inside the Jerome McGinley Arena ever since half through the second period. Saskatchewan breaking it up now. They're going to try and get this 5-on-5. It's Steen. Steen coming across middle now. Steen sends it in the left-hand side. Surveying around. Top of the shot. Pick set. Still on the left-hand side point. Cuts around. Ball pops free. And that's at the low goal line. Steen has it. Steen's going to rip this. Ball's blocked. Saskatchewan tries to pick it up. 5 seconds left in the game. One last chance for the SWAT. And that is going to be a 13-12 come from behind victory for the St. Albert Crude. They're going to put, they're putting 0.2 of a second on this clock just as a formality as that ball was played outside of the crease. And ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We have a 13-12 final. Hold on. Hang on a second here, ladies and gentlemen. We might have some unfolding drama happening here. Referees are converging on a conversation. I believe they're trying to figure out what exactly to do with this last couple tenths of a second on the clock. Yeah, we've got 2/10 of a second on the clock. We are going to see either one last desperation shot here, or somebody's going to be blocking one, and it's going to sting for a while. We'll see what happens here. Referees are just running over to both coaching benches now just to get them on the same page. And it looks like we are underway for one last go with 2.2 seconds on the clock. Still lots of time for one last shot for the Saskatchewan SWAT. And that'll do it from the Jerome McGinley Arena here in St. Albert as the Crude come all the way back from being down big in the first period. The goaltending change from horn to peck sparked the team, and I don't know what was said in the locker room between the first and the second period, however, but St. Albert came out and started to dictate the pace of play a little bit here. They started putting the puck on net more. They started finding the passes they were trying to find in the first. And whatever they had done, it worked, because my oh my, that was a fun game for me to call. Hopefully you had a whale of a time watching it. For my technical producer to my left, Aiden Ganem, I'm Colton Hoppy on the mic here. You've been watching CROW LAX TV. Have yourself a fantastic